Yo, what's going on, guys? The Bobai here, bringing you another video. And today I'm gonna be this video is gonna be yet again centered more towards Clayton Roberts. You guys already know who it is. Check him out. If you don't, I'm not gonna put the link in the description because maybe I will if I'm feeling generous. Anyways, in this video I'm gonna be addressing grinds and pretty much how to do different types of grinds, because Clayton's the type of guy that just does lazy grinds, which are pretty much just like, they're kind of hard to do after you stop doing them after a while, but yeah, like, that doesn't look very cool. Let's watch the replay. Yeah, not very sick. Not as sick as like a crooked, even though it said lazy grind, but whatever. Or like a solid 5-0, which did not happen, but there, 5-0. Or even just like 50. Anything's better than a lazy grind. But first of all, let's just start with the bread and butter of all grinds, the original 50-50. Now, what you're going to want to kind of do is that when you're approaching the rail, you don't want to face it dead on, which I see a lot of people doing. To think they hit it dead on. And TrueSkate allows a feature where if you like tilt your screen to the side, you can like ollie more to the side like that, if you can kind of tell. But lets you ollie like more to the side. It's not really working right now. Let's try on the side. There, it kind of worked. You can ollie to the side. You can do that, but I don't know. I don't find that very practical. But I do find more practical coming out of the diagonal, doing it, and then sometimes you get lucky like that and it'll straighten itself out. But if it doesn't, you can kind of, like what I mentioned in the last episode, use your finger and bring the board around to kind of get the 50-50. And I think that's where the lazy grind comes from, is when people go for, like, when they go for grinds, they don't bring the board around, so they kind of just land however they, in the direction they ollied on, which can end up in doing all sorts of weird stuff, which I guess usually mostly ends up in like feebles or lazy grinds or board slides. But yeah, it's pretty much all to say for the 5-0. It's still a pretty simple one, but 50-50. I think I said 5-0. But now the next one, and probably one of my more favorites, is the 5-0. And this one, it can be really hard. It's a lot harder to do backside and much easier to do front side, like I'm doing right now. If you guys don't know the difference between front side and backside, imagine how you'd be standing on the board, and the side your back is to is backside, the side your front is to is front side. If that makes any sense, like front side 180, backside 180. But yeah, so when you're doing the 5-0, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna kind of want to do like half a pop shove and stop yourself, because if you don't, it's just about always gonna end up being a salad. Or if you're coming at it front side, it'll be sometimes if you're coming at it a different way, it'll be a Suski. But you just gotta kind of get it just right. These are pretty hard, but sometimes they're a lot easier, and I think they look really cool, and you can do hard flips into them like really easy. Like, it's just like, I don't know, whenever a hard flip, I like always go into a 5-0. I mean, it'll always say like Suski pretty much, but you get the gist. Yeah, there we go. Now for to cover the tail truck grinds, we're gonna finish up. Second last is Suski. Kind of the same thing about the 5-0, except when you're doing like your pop shove, you're gonna want to go. You're gonna kind of want to let it rotate more before you stop it, and get to a point where it's kind of like it's basically if you did a Smith and just brought the nose up, it'd be like, here, see if I can do it in one grind. So let's say you get into a Smith, bring it up. I don't know what just happened right there. Okay, get into a Smith, bring it up, and it is a Suski. I don't know why it said 5.0 and nothing about that was a 5.0. But yeah, they're probably Suskis are one of the more simpler ones that I found is probably one of the more first grinds that I could consistently do, other than like 50/50s. Salads can be kind of tough because you kind of have to go. You have to do it front. You have to do them front side, and they can be extremely hard to lock in because when you're grinding, you have to lock in the grinds. Coming at these front side is much easier, but they're just still really hard to lock in. But that's all I have to say about them. The 5.0, the Suski, and the Salad are all pretty much similar. How to get to nose truck grinds. Start with the most simple of them all. Is the, I don't know what just happened right there, and I'm not doing good. Is the nose grind. Couldn't really see right there, but dang, I am not good. They're a lot easier front side, I'm just gonna say. I don't see how that was a lazy grind, but okay. Yeah, there. Nose grind. Pretty simple. I mean, pretty much the only thing you should be considering nose grinds is coming into a crooked, because when you go into a grind, you approach diagonal, you don't go straight on. So you kind of have to do what I said with the 5.0, maybe pop shove a little bit. Sometimes you don't. I mean, if there's any grind that you come dead onto, I'm gonna have to say it's the nose grind, because they can be really tough to do it without pop shoving or dragging it into. But other than that, you just press down on the nose. You're good to go. Alright, now for crookeds, these are also pretty easy to do. You can do that pop shove, which I was talking about earlier. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah. But, you gotta kind of be careful with these because they can easily turn to lazy grinds if you don't stay on top of them. More often than not, you're probably gonna it's gonna say lazy grind because these are like impossible to do backside, pretty much. And I don't know why my phone's lagging right now. Alright, and the last one we're gonna cover is the overcrook, which I never do, and they're extremely hard. See if I can even get one. Dang. That was it. I don't know why I didn't count. These are extremely tough. It takes some approaching. That's all I really have to say. But I don't even know if I can get this for myself here. Anyways, I might come back. I'm gonna probably practice those, maybe revisit them in another video in the future. But other than that, guys, yeah, I'm the Boba signing off.